YouTube, Salivate Metal here. I'm looking at an article from the BBC about Venezuela and the situation there that has become rather chaotic. As most know, the economy there has really plunged and it has the highest inflation rate, about 180%, and was once a very, very oil-rich nation. And it basically started its path to socialism with the revolution of one Hugo Chavez in the nation around 1998. There was a coup, and then I believe he became president in about 2002. And what's fascinating is a lot of the exports from the oil and the prices that have increased in the average barrel price um, allocated this OPEC nation to really accumulate a lot of riches, and a lot of that money essentially was dispersed among the poor, which on the surface may sound good, but essentially he bankrupted the country many times over by implementing these social programs and price controls and the like, and caused not only the food producing companies to essentially operate at a loss. Now we're seeing the fruits of the labor of the socialist movement in Venezuela, where there's food shortages, and here you can see a sign that says there's no bread here, and a lot of lines for people waiting to get daily amenities and food and staples and the like, and lots of problems to where the President Maduro, who is a successor after Hugo Chavez passed away, is doing more of the same, and there's some call for a recall of him. And the president's term in Venezuela is 6 years, and people want him out of there. And I believe some of the parliament there has elected an opposition member of the opposition party, and they are trying to do a recall referendum, and Maduro is, of course, resisting it and the like. But one thing they're also resisting, as well as any change into relinquish power, is to relinquish their gold. So it's quite interesting. Hugo Chavez repatriated the nation's gold, I think, in 2011. And here we see Chavez holding a bar of gold there that they repatriated from London because they wanted to get away from the dictatorship of the dollar, which some of us in the precious metals community can certainly understand. But essentially what happened was late last year, they did send some money to Switzerland, send some gold to Switzerland, and have lessened their gold reserves because they have a $5 billion debt to pay. And but it wasn't an actual selling of the gold, or was it a collateral situation in exchange for a cash loan from banks, known as a gold swap? Something that's what it is, because the details are a bit sketchy and the like. But it's pretty unusual. But they may get that back, but they will definitely want to keep their gold. They have a very large reserve of gold there in Caracas when they repatriated it. So they certainly value it more than their people. I think that's the thing to hold on to power. What's quite fascinating, how socialism and gold can kind of an odd mix in this case. It just goes to show you that everybody understands the value of gold, even Venezuela's government, socialist and probably corrupt government. Venezuela is holding on to its gold, at least for now, unless there's other news. I've kind of did a little digging, and I never did see anything where they got rid of any more gold. But I've always wondered, since hearing about this situation with with Venezuela's economy and probably debt default coming up, what would happen with their situation there. So, interesting thoughts. Post yours below, and I'd like to extend the multitude of gratitude you all for watching, and encourage you to please rate, comment, and subscribe.